So apparently, if you're not working on your personal sourdough starter, you're not doing this whole stay-at-home thing right. At least that's according to all the social media feeds. Baking bread has become the hot new trend right now, whether it's because it's comforting, it's stress relieving, or because it just smells so darn good. So joining us to help bake great bread, Mary Berg is in her kitchen. Mary, great to see you. First of all, I loved the latest episode of your show last week with the cheesecake and the lasagna. Big fan.
Thank you so much, Ben. That makes me very happy. I genuinely thought that was going to be a very good Ben Mulroney show. Very happy about that. Yeah.
Okay, now can you make sourdough? You need a starter, right? What is a sourdough starter and how do you make one?
Yeah, totally. So basically, people are freaking out right now because there's not a lot of flour in the stores, but there's also not a lot of yeast. And people are like, oh no, the world's running out of yeast, which is absolutely not the case because there is literally yeast everywhere. And all you have to do is make a trap for it and basically to catch it. And that's all a starter is you're making like a little yeast trap and you're trying to catch it all. So It's actually super simple to make. Mm-hmm. So what I like to start with is just a clean jar, whether it's like a little mason jar or whatever, you're good to go. And I'm actually going to do a small starter because a lot of starters that you find on the internet are for like a cup of flour and it actually does waste a lot. So I'm just doing it with about a quarter cup of whole wheat flour. So if you can get your hands on whole wheat, great. If you can't, that's okay too. White flour will work. And then into there, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of just room temperature water. And guess what, Ben? That's a starter.
You're
starting it up. And basically all you do is mix that up until it becomes kind of, like a little paste. It's super simple.
Okay, but then Mary, what do you do with that? Like, okay, so now I have a starter. What does that become?
Exactly. So this is the weird part. So basically what you're doing is it takes about 5 days to make a starter that is good for actually making bread. And it's basically like, and Ben, I know this is not going to sell you on it, having a cat for 5 days. So you need to take your starter and every day at around the same time, you want to feed it. And by feeding it, what I mean is you want to give it a little bit more flour and a little bit more water to eat and kind of go and like, basically what yeast does is it eats stuff and burps and that's what the bubbles are. So that's exactly what you want it to do. So this is my starter. Her name is Bridget Bardot. I love her very much. But basically every single day for those first 2 days is you want to discard half of this starter. It sounds complicated, but it's not, and all of the information is on yourmorning.ca. Discard half of it.
Okay.
Into a big bucket, which I keep, and this is discard. So basically it's like gloopy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But it smells good.
Okay.
Ben, this is actually, I'm really happy you're my host right now because I have a fun anecdote onto why we discard. So we discard half of it, and basically what you do is you just throw that out. I know, it's gross looking. Or you can use it to bake with. But what I wanted to say was like, I think a lot of people when they're making sourdough is you discard stuff, and you're like, why am I throwing that out, or why am I not using it in the actual sourdough starter?
Now, we only have about 5 seconds left, so you said you can make pitas with that.
Yes, you can. But first off, you want to be Thanos because you're cutting out half of the population of the yeast so you can feed the rest. But you can make easy, delicious sourdough-ish bread with a little bit of traditional yeast and that sourdough starter.
We're going to have to leave it there.
Okay, sorry, Ben.
Thanks so much. Bye. Be safe. And you can find Mary's recipes on our website.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.